We're joined live by our political correspondent Joe St. George now, as this week marks 1 year since those riots on Capitol Hill. And Joe, good morning. Thanks so much for your time today. I want to start with, we're going to hear from the president as well as former President Donald Trump this week as we mark the 1 year anniversary of the riots. Where are we now? What have we learned about what happened there, how it started, and where we go from here?
You know, I think the biggest takeaway as we approach that 1 year mark is just how divided the country remains regarding that day. Unlike the September 11th attacks, which united the country, Democrats and Republicans, January 6th continues to divide the country. And there are people watching us this morning who are likely saying, January 6th wasn't that big of a deal. Well, don't tell that to a lot of lawmakers here on Capitol Hill who had to take cover, or law enforcement who had to fire their guns. It's still a very polarizing, divisive issue. And the anniversary day will also be polarizing. It'll be a split screen day, as we say in TV news. President Biden and Democrats, it'll be a very somber day here on Capitol Hill. A prayer service is planned. A moment of silence is planned. President Biden likely to speak about the importance of protecting democracy. Meanwhile, in Florida, we're expecting to hear a bit of a different message from former President Trump, who will be holding his first major news conference since leaving office at Mar-a-Lago. So it's going to be an emotional day, certainly here on Capitol Hill. But again, January 6th is still very much dividing our country. Depending on who you ask, they will maybe give a different answer of how impactful, how severe that day really was.
Joe, let's shift the conversation to COVID and the nation's response to it. President Joe Biden ran on getting COVID under control. One of the commercials that ran incessantly here in southeast Wisconsin was him saying, we have to get control of the virus. Well, he's about a year into his presidency, and here we are. So I know he met with his health team this week. What are you hearing there in Washington in terms of any new initiatives or things from Washington and how we continue to address COVID?
Well, President Biden is going to get his first big post-holiday briefing today. We're expected to hear much of the same that he's been saying over the course of the last year. Get vaccinated, use proper guidelines. But you're right. This is very much going against the message that President Biden wanted to be having a year into his presidency now. We're seeing record amount of cases in many places, new records for hospitalizations. It's still trouble to get a test in a lot of part of the country. The Biden administration is saying things will be improving over the course of this month. New websites will be launching, making it more available for people to get at-home tests for free. One potential change that we're keeping an eye on is CDC quarantine guidance. Currently, asymptomatic people who test positive, they don't have symptoms, they can leave their quarantine after 5 days. There's a lot of pushback in the health community. Dr. Fauci saying over the weekend it's possible those guidelines change one more time and a negative test be required to leave quarantine. Currently, it is not required. So first time we'll hear from the president post-holiday as this surge continues across the country and across Wisconsin, guys.
All right, our Joe St. George live for us in Washington. Joe, as always, thanks so much for your perspective there.